Hello guys, welcome to another video of this channel. So today we're going to be talking about the importance of networking, that is business networking, right? Now, a lot of you, of course, I'll say a lot of us, we usually kind of rely on marketing, right? That is, we post on social media to target specific customers, or maybe put ads on televisions and things like that. But again, I know like a lot of people that have money who won't be watching this, so right, like companies. So I would say small businesses we weren't able to afford to do that, but just in general, I say big businesses they put ads on televisions, right? So and we usually do that, of course, like to get customers, as I've said. Um, that's the best, I'll say, the way in which we're able to acquire customers for our businesses. But however, uh, businesses are different, right? And the way they're different, of course, the way they operate is different, and that also uh, makes a way of acquiring customers also different, right? For example, I do business consultancy, right, which means I help businesses to run more smoothly, right? I give advice, help them maybe to kind of prepare maybe certain documents that are required, like business plans, proposals, maybe branding the company if it's a small business. Like I usually deal on small businesses with small businesses, right, and help them grow, right. So that is basically what our company is all about, right? And this is actually a B2B, right? Since we're helping other businesses, where to the businesses are actually our customers. So we operate differently from somebody that maybe is in a retail space and that sells maybe shoes or maybe groceries and things like that. So our marketing is actually different and our approach is actually different, right? But again, even if you're a retailer or maybe you're a consultant or any kind of business, right? There is what we call business networking, and almost everybody, I say some people or some businesses actually, they do it. And business networking is all about finding or networking with other businesses, either in the same space as yours, or same industry, or maybe with professionals like lawyers and things like that, right? Now, business networking is actually very good, right? Especially for us. It's actually the best way to market our business and actually have have more opportunities, right? So, as I said, like business networking does have a lot of benefits, and actually, we're going to talk about that, why you should do it if you're a small business. Now, the first, I think, point on that will be the ability to access new opportunities, right? So, assuming that you are actually maybe um, running maybe let's say my kind of business, for example, and you do trainings and like corporate trainings, you help business and things like that. Getting or connected to another business, maybe some consultants company, can actually maybe give you access to some opportunities, right? Uh, Probably maybe there are certain things that that business they don't do, so they simply give you the customer, right? And you work on that basis, right? So that's one example. Or another one could be if maybe you are, I don't know, a retailer, right? You are selling things or you know certain things, maybe accessories, for example, right? But maybe you need a partner that maybe will help you to uh, sell other things like phones, laptops, of course. that will require you to have more funding, right? You might maybe connect with another partner with another business in the same space as yours, like you're both selling accessories, and you combine the capital, buy what the phones, and if there's demand for phones, then you can grow and things like that. So business network actually allows you to have access to those opportunities and also like exploit them. So that's the very first thing about business networking. It is actually good in the sense that with other businesses, right? You, I mean, most of the time they tend to turn into like clients, real clients, right? You build uh, long-term relationships that will, you know, become, I think, an asset in sort of a point that will bring a lot of value to your business. And I've seen this personally in our industry. You do have clients that brings you like a lot of projects, right? Things that they cannot do, and most of the times those are nice project, and that's it. And as I said, I think it business visibility is actually another point um, whereby you are able to expose your business, right? Um, on a much more larger audience, right? For example, if you um, partner with another business, right? They present your business to another set of customers. Probably maybe you even haven't got if you're doing the traditional marketing. So that's it. So you are introduced to new markets by partnering with other business. So this is actually a very important thing because I've seen a lot of people struggling when it comes to running a business. Or people say, "Oh, we don't have customers," or "Business is hard, it's difficult." Maybe it's because uh, you don't work together, right? For example, here's one example that I want to use. In the place where I am right now, right? I think a couple of days ago, I was actually looking for a RAM for a laptop, right? I'm in Mosina right now, and I walked the entire town, like literally from shop to shops. I mean, those shops that those Indians and Pakistanis run, all of them sell the same thing. So I couldn't find a RAM for a laptop. Like we use these things much more often, and if you look around, almost everybody has a laptop. So you're bound to have customers in that regard, but they don't. So right now, I'm planning to buy that RAM online. So if you know, those businesses were kind of networked, but they're working, possibly maybe they won't have to sell the same things to compete. Why are you competing for? Probably maybe they might, you know, have different um, shops that sell different things, right? They probably have or connect with another shop that sells laptop accessories or laptop parts, right? And probably if I go to one uh, kind of business that sells phones and laptops, things that they're selling, they can connect to me to the specific shop that sells those parts. But there wasn't such a thing. So it is important, like, to have that network to build that connectivity, right? If maybe I come to a business and I demand something, I'm looking for something actually that you don't have. You can easily maybe get into a group, something where you are, sharing information, and say there's a customer that is actually looking for this and this and this product. Does everybody has it, and it saves a lot of time. So it's something that I noticed within my community, that business networking is very important, and I think it is one of the primary reasons why I made this video in the first place, right? So business networking, partnering is very important. Never run your business alone, right? For example, even as I've said, like in our one industry, we do work on a networking basis, right? There are companies even outside the country that I know, uh, that are within my space, right? If there's a customer maybe that needs to establish a company in that particular country, I know who to contact, and we know how we reward each other within that. So that is a very another important point: business visibility. And the next point will be knowledge and advice. So what do I mean by that? um, if you are within a business community, within a certain industry, right? If you are connected with different people, you tend to have access to people that are always willing to give you a lot of support, um, advise you on certain things, right? Probably they know better on certain products. So you get that kind of professional and kind of knowledgeable advice and support, right? They're able to tell you maybe which products that you should stock, and probably how you should maybe do merchandising, display things, how to run your business in general. So you get that free knowledge, as opposed to maybe going to hire a consultant like myself, which is kind of hypocritical, because kind of selling or giving away my job right here. But again, it works, right? So having around partners, you have access to a lot of good advice that will help your business grow. So that's another advantage of have or connecting with other businesses, right? And the last but not the least point that I want to talk about today is the trust and credibility, right, by being or belonging to a certain network, right? Assuming if you're like a business, for example, like in our own case, where you are in a consultancy kind of a space, um, credibility is very important, right? Customers need to know that you're capable of doing the business that you're actually in right now, right? So uh, if you are connected with other businesses that have a proven history that they're able to do their particular tasks with the professionality and professionalism. I think if you are known that you are associated with those people, affiliated with those people, it kind of gives you some sort of credibility, right, um, within your industry, right? If you are a new company, but yeah, if somebody recommends you like a company that has a very deep and a very large like social prof, deep social prof, uh, that actually adds more value to your company, right? And it's also like people in our industry, we it's actually very difficult, because you always have to prove yourself, right? That you're capable of performing certain things. If it's advice, it's genuine advice, and you basically know what you're talking about, right? So if that credibility is not there, people are likely to doubt your services. They won't see any value in your services, whatever you provide or we are providing. So that's very important. Belonging in a network, it gives you that credibility, and people will be your customers or clients. They'll be able to trust you more, right? So I think that's all the points that I have on business networking. So I'll encourage you, um, if you are any kind of business, that require you to work with other businesses, or that um, whereby working with other businesses can actually be more advantageous, and maybe give you more opportunities or things like that, or beneficial, I'll say, in a kind of way, I would encourage you to do it, right? I would encourage you to do it. And I think you'll find that running a business is not as difficult as maybe some people claim it would be. But again, that mostly happens in other countries. I don't think on Africa. In Africa, I don't think that kind of is like a thing. Right? I think more people here, I don't know, they're more individualized, right? which is funny though, because our community, if we were to travel back, we are kind of a communal, right? We were people that worked together, right? Had our cackle, together, and we helped each other to do simple tasks, right? We lived in a group, but for some reason, we're becoming the more individualistic, as opposed to other places. So it's something that is actually has been baffling me a lot. So I wish we could go to that communal base where we work as a community, share ideas and resources and things like that. So guys, that's all about this video. And again, thank you for watching this video. And until then, see you in the next one.